Hello and Happy New Year! It's brand new year and we've got a brand new Hey Mummy hub.
We have, it's very exciting. We're in our new Hey Mummy shed. We've got a studio in our It's really exciting.
We've just taken Hey Mummy to a new level.
It's a new sofa.
Yeah.
And
new year.
It's a new little thingy for Hey Mummy as well, because we're going to have a gossip.
We are indeed, and that's something that we're going to be doing a lot more of this year, I think, of not just gossiping, but getting our opinions on things across. And having little rants here and there, getting it off our chest.
Yeah, we're not going to be ranting about anyone in particular, so all our friends don't have to sit there going, oh my gosh, you're going to talk about me this week. It's not that kind of gossip. It's more about things that we want to have a little rant about rather than people.
Exactly, and I think it's good to get these things off your chest when you've got kids. It's so easy to just whinge and whinge and whinge all the time. So I think the point of this is going to be, we're going to get it off our chest and hopefully let it go.
Chest. You said that twice now. We're going to do a chest chat.
A chest chat. That's what it's going to be called. The Hey Mummy chest chat. Yeah. Get it off your chest and let it go. So today's rant, or chest offering.
Yeah. Where are you going with this? We are actually going to talk about
it. We are. Now, well, the catalyst for this was basically I went to a Back and Pelvic group. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Well, because of old Prego here, my back has really been playing up. And to tick that box for the NHS, to be able to get to some physio, you have to go to one of these groups. And that's great. They talk about what you should and shouldn't be doing. Don't be bending over awkwardly. A lot of stuff that I kind of already know because I've always had a bad back. But this pregnancy has been particularly bad. And so I went along to this Back and Pelvis group. And there were so many women there. So obviously a lot of women struggling with their backs. But there were also a lot of men there. Now, this isn't me getting anti-men. This isn't me being anti-supportive husbands or partners, because I think that's wonderful.
Are you sure it's just Fred wasn't there?
Yeah, I was just feeling bitter because I was a little bit stumpy fitty. But this group chat was quite in depth about things like how you should be sitting when you're going to the loo. And there's our physio showing us how to squat and things like that.
Did you have to squat?
Everyone was kind of tentatively kind of getting into the position. I'm sitting next to someone else's husband or partner and I'm thinking...
Did he squat as well?
No, I didn't even look at him. I had blinkers on. I was like that.
See, that would have made it okay.
No.
If the lady doing the group had said, right, guys, if you're going to be here for this, you need to squat as well.
I like that. And in fact, I think
that worked.
Yeah, I think that should definitely be a suggestion next time if I ever have to go to one of these things again.
You didn't like someone else's husband there, did you?
I didn't like someone else's husband there, especially when she started making us do pelvic floor exercises. So we're all having to suck our bits up like a little clamshell and hold it for 10 seconds. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I'm mortified. I'm mortified.
Was the guy not embarrassed?
I told you, blinkers were on. I've got no idea. I could feel it.
Such a prude.
I could feel the heat.
A prude.
I'm not a prude. I don't want to have to
Was she coming round and trying to feel your pelvic muscles?
No, but I don't think that's the point.
See your pelvic
I don't think that's the point. I just think that it's great. Take your husbands and partners to scans.
Spat the words out.
Husbands and partners. Fred's been so supportive through pregnancy, so it's not because I don't have a supportive husband, can I just say that? But I just think, do they really have to come to everything? I mean, come on, get them to drop you off. That's being supportive. Let them go and have a coffee. I'm sure they were.
I think my worst one, I have done something similar, and but I actually found it so funny that I kind of walked away feeling really sorry for the guy. I went to Bosom Buddies. I struggled so much with breastfeeding first time round that I was ringing everywhere. I was ringing the local NCT group, and then finally I went to this group which was it was called Bosom Buddies, and it was the local support group for breastfeeding. So you went along. There must have been like support group for breastfeeding. I told you we were going to talk about chest. It was about chest.
Look, I'm still getting used to having big boobs, so I'm just all about the boobs at the moment.
But all sat there. There must have been about 10 ladies there with their newborn babies, and you're sat there. And the only way to do it properly was we all got our boobs properly out, and had a pillow on your lap and newborn baby on the pillow, and then the lady talked you through latching on and doing it in the proper position, because positioning is key, obviously, with breastfeeding properly. And it's where I went wrong. I thought it was a pro when Rocco was hanging off here and I was trying to do something else, and my nipples were falling apart properly. Anyway, so I'm there at this breastfeeding group, and you're sat there with your boobs out, leaky, great big, great engorged boobs, and you're trying to latch this newborn baby on, and there was one lady that had brought her husband to this group.
Oh God, he
and
was
she'd
dying,
obviously
wasn't he?
forced him into it because she was feeling so upset about the breastfeeding and needed some support, and I get that, and you know, how lovely, I brought her and newborn along.
Yes, how
but
nice.
the poor bloke, well, he sat there and there's all these women, not just his wife, it wasn't a one-to-one thing, all these women sat with their boobs out, weeping about their sorenesses and problems, and this woman coming round, and she was literally grabbing hold of your nipple and putting it into the right position, latching the baby's head on, and then, sorry, should I do
you got two of your own,
and latching the baby's head on, you know, and then getting your arms into the right position and all that kind of thing. And this poor bloke, he was going redder and redder and redder. And all the women felt uncomfortable about him being there as well, because, you know, it was quite obviously a bit of a muck up. And instead of the lady saying, look, if you don't want to be here for this,
go out.
Do you want to go and read a newspaper in a car? She didn't say that. And, oh my gosh. And I left there kind of half giggling and half just, I walked out, told my husband about it, and just said, oh, just imagine being that guy. Guy thought it sounded great. He was like, oh my gosh.
Room full of boobs out. And it's like, but we've all seen what breastfeeding, well, we might have all seen what it like, that they are not.
And this poor bloke, he really was not sitting there getting off on it. I can tell you, he just didn't know where to look. He was bright red. And I just felt super sorry.
Well, I'm sure that's what these guys, I mean, the man that was in front of me, because there was one in front of me, one to the left and one further down the aisle, and I could see the guy in front, just his head was kind of low like that for most of it.
I've been looking at your pelvic region, wondering whether you...
Well, he'd had to have been looking through the legs of his chair if he wanted to do that. But no, I'd love to know what you think about it as well. I mean...
Have you taken...
am I being a cowbag?
Your husband along to prison buddies?
Yeah. And is it because you really, really need that support and you're scared of, I don't know, new people and groups and things like that? You know, okay, fair enough. The nice side of me is gonna try and sympathise with that and go, okay.
But you know what? Think of everybody. But if you all had your husbands there, would it be the same? Or, you know, perhaps the teacher got it wrong. You know, perhaps she should have made reference to the guys being there.
Funny enough,
well,
she did, because there was a lot of people and we were starting to run out of chairs, and she did say, oh, I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to have all partners for this one. It's getting very busy. And it was so boiling. I had to leave the room at one point because I just had a
But some of it's surely just a British thing. We're so, like, prudish about boobs and bums and things like that. But also, instead of the guys just standing up and saying, do you know what, I think I'm going to rock outside, you know, for a bit. Or instead of the teacher saying, guys, if you don't want to be here for this, you can leave, you know. Or instead of you putting up your hand and saying, hey, guys, you know,
get out!
So British to just sit there and carry on doing your pelvic floor
exercises. I know, be really polite, just put my blinkers on. Yeah, I know.
You know, it's like the person who's too embarrassed to get up to offer someone their seat because they don't want everybody looking at them on a train. You know, on a train. It's so British. It's like,
or they're scared to ask a pregnant woman because they're not sure whether she's definitely pregnant.
Using suppositories. We're so bottom and booby and what, you know, we were so embarrassed about body stuff. And it's, you know, when you've had that baby, you won't be embarrassed. I bet you.
Well, no, I wasn't
after having your baby, when you've just been exposed to everybody.
I know, and I've done, you know, I've been through that, and I've done the legs akimbo, and oh look, there's 10 people in the room right now.
Baby number 2, aren't you? We're gonna have this gossip session when you've had your baby.
We'll have how many people saw my child.
Like 5 male doctors, and I bet it's not an issue though.
I would have been going, hey doctors, look how good I can squeeze my pelvic.
I've been practicing.
Anyway, I want to know what you think. Am I being unreasonable, or would you feel the same? Would you feel uncomfortable?
Or did you take your husband along? Was he the one that went bright red?
Was it you? Was it you? So yes, either comment underneath this video on YouTube or put a message on our Facebook, the Hey Mummy Facebook, or tweet us. Do whatever you like. Just get in contact. We want to know. So that is what we're getting off our chest today. And I hope you have something to say about it too.
We'll see you next time.